On Monday afternoon, I appeared on Piers Morgan's show, and we talked about, as we've discussed in the show here, the viral trend of women trying to entrap men at the gym by filming them and pretending that the men were harassing them. And I made one point that scandalized one of the feminists on the panel, and let's listen to that.
I don't think you can avoid looking at people because I'm looking at them to see what their form's like, how they're carrying certain weights, are they carrying more than me, male or female, I don't really care. I'm quite curious about other people using a gym. Am I now going to be something appearing on Instagram, influencers' sites as some sort of perv?
Well, it's possible. And look, by the way, I don't mean to be a victim blamer here, but can we also say that if you're a woman and you don't want men to notice you in the gym, maybe wear more than your underwear to go work out. I mean, that's the one thing. These women in these videos, they're wearing sports bras and hot pants. I mean, how about put some clothes on if you don't want people to look at you?
This is victim blaming, though. And I'm sorry, I'm going to quote Margaret Atwood here, that men are afraid of women laughing at them, women are afraid that men are going to kill them. It is not okay to say that it's a woman's fault for wearing the wrong thing.
You think the people looking over at people using some equipment in a gym are going to kill them?
I think that taking photographs is threatening, staring at people is threatening.
But the ones photographing it are these Instagram influencers.
No, they're not. They are videoing men taking photographs of them and living
Final word.
Victim, we get the Margaret Atwood quote there. And actually, just so you know, men, the big fear that men have when it comes to women, especially women who try to do exactly what these women in the gym are doing, the fear is not being laughed at. The fear is being publicly shamed. It's being falsely accused. It's having your life and reputation destroyed. Being laughed at to your face, who cares about that? The fear is reputational destruction. And that is a power that women wield much more than men. Okay, an accusation from a man in our society doesn't carry a lot of weight. But we know, we've heard the slogans, believe all women, believe women. And we also know that the people that say that, there are plenty of women that they don't want to believe, such as the woman that accused Joe Biden of sexual assault. But that's the slogan anyway. So one woman says something and your life is destroyed. That is the fear for men. And it's a valid fear. And having your entire life and reputation destroyed is a major tragic event. It's not simply being laughed at. But I know that I said kind of facetiously, I don't mean to victim blame, but fine, I am victim blaming. Okay, if we're talking about someone who is a woman who is the victim, she's the victim of a man looking at her. If that's the kind of victimization we're talking about, a man looking at you, if that makes you a victim, then yes, I blame you if you're walking outside of your house in your underwear. Yes, that you have made yourself the victim by doing everything in your power to attract the male gaze. Not just the male gaze, but anyone's gaze. Because as I said when we talked about this last week, if I walked out of the house in my underwear, if any man walked out of the house in underwear, people would stare at us. They might not stare in a sort of pleased way, but they would still be staring. Whether they're horrified and grossed out or whatever the reason for saying, they'd be staring because they'd be thinking, why? Look at that person in their underwear. Let's just say that's a normal human response when you walk around in your underwear. And if that makes you a victim, to be the object of someone's gaze, okay, if that's the kind of victimization we're talking about, then yes, you deserve the blame for it. You deserve actually 100% of the blame for it if you're walking around in your underwear. If you're dressed in a way that is designed to attract people's gaze, and then you get exactly what you were hoping for, yes, the blame goes to you, without question. And there's a pretty easy solution here, which is to put on clothes. And also, it does make me question, I know we hear from the feminists, women walk around all the time terrified that a man's going to kill them. Is that, so then you walk around in your underwear? Like, wearing your underwear to the gym, that's the behavior of a woman who's afraid she's going to be killed by a man? That if you're afraid of men and that's how you respond? No, that to me seems like the behavior of someone who has no fears at all. That's someone who's utterly oblivious and not afraid of anything. And that'll do it for this portion of the show. As we move over to the members block, if you want to become a member, you can do that now by using code Walsh at checkout for 2 months free on all annual plans. Hope to see you there. If not, talk to you tomorrow. Godspeed.